Welcome to the Living in Austin, Texas channel. My name is Matthew Kemps. I'm with Lone Wolf Realty Group at Coldwell Banker Realty. And today we're gonna go over where you should live in Austin, Texas. All right, so on the screen here, you're gonna see a map of the Austin area. We're gonna go through all the different areas in this video, give you my suggestions on the different areas, kind of tell you a little bit more about them. We're gonna start with downtown, east side, West Austin, Westlake and Lakeway in that West Austin area, North Austin, Cedar Park, Round Rock, Leander, Georgetown, Liberty Hill, and then for the South Austin areas, we're gonna go with Buda, Kyle, Sunset Valley, San Marcos, and then on the way east side, we're gonna go Bastrop and Elgin. Let's get right into it. What's going on? Welcome to the Living in Austin, Texas channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about what it's really like living in Austin, Texas. The up, down, left, right, what it's like to eat, sleep, play, breathe, and everything in between. If you're not new here, welcome back. Make sure you all hit that like button. It helps anyone else looking for this information be able to find it a little bit more easily. You can also hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you get notified anytime I upload a new video on this channel. My name is Matthew Kemps. I'm a real estate agent in Austin, Texas. And look, we get so many people reaching out about their move, calling us to move to Austin, Texas, whether they're texting us, calling us, or sending us an email. And we absolutely love it. And you can do the same thing. Send me that text, go ahead and give me a call, or skip ahead of all of that and schedule your appointment with us using the calendar link in the description below. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back. We're moving to Austin, Texas. All right, so we just kind of went over everything, all the different areas part of Austin. Let's get right into it and go straight to downtown. Downtown is going to be an area that's going to have more of condos than anything else. It's going to have high rises, except for maybe in Clarksville. Clarksville is going to have more of the bungalow style, but that does come with a price because of the proximity to town. When we talk about downtown, we're going to need to focus on HOA cost. HOAs in those condos are going to be pretty hefty. We're talking $300 to $800 a month, depending on what high rise we're looking at. And the price per square foot is going to be higher because of the proximity to town. Living downtown, you actually do not need to have a car. You can walk everywhere within downtown if you decide to do that. When we talk about what there is to do, restaurants, bars, hangouts, this is probably the best place to be. West Austin, which is going to be more of your club-like, or you're going to have the east side of Austin, which is going to be kind of more of the hole-in-the-wall bar, local hangouts that you kind of meet your friends at. My personal favorite in the downtown area is Rainey Street. They took a bunch of the old bungalow-style homes, converted them into bars, and just the vibe through that area is extremely fun. There's also some different places on Rainey Street where they did different architectural designs, like Container Bar. They did the entire design using containers to be able to build that bar. From there, the other place that everyone's probably heard of is, we call it Dirty Six, but East 6th Street. This is where all the kind of well-known bars are at. This has actually moved to become a more college-ish area where a lot of students from University of Texas go. And they go out on their Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights. It's not the same feel that it used to be. I'm just being completely honest. It's not the same that it used to be. It is a little bit dirty. You're gonna have a little bit more homeless living in that area. So I would suggest my suggestion would be going to west side of 6th Street or Rainey Street if you're looking for some things to do. There's also some great restaurants on the other side of the river, so south portion of downtown off Barton Springs. Juliet's is one of our favorites that we go to. It's a really good wine/Italian place. You have Mesquite Creek, which is more of a barbecue place, and then Terry Black's, which is also right there. So we just kind of covered the downtown area. Now let's move a little bit to the east side. The east side has definitely gentrified. This was more of an area that was run down. It is now up and coming. Real estate values have increased over here. The amount of bars that are over here and the amount of restaurants, the amount of apartment buildings, the amount of everything has increased over here. If you want to have that downtown feel but not be set on downtown, I would consider the east side. Plenty of the scooters that you can ride around, quick Uber ride from east side over to downtown. You could walk, it's probably from east side, let's call it from Chacon and 6th to the Dirty 6th Street, maybe a 15-minute walk. But this is definitely a fast-growing area, but the real estate values have increased a ton. All right, so we just accomplished the East Austin area. Let's get into West Austin. West Austin is gonna be the luxury area of Austin. You're gonna have the Westlake Hills, Lake Travis, Spicewood, Hudson Bend, and that's just a few names in those areas. Let's start with Westlake. Westlake is going to be located within Eanes ISD. Eanes ISD is probably one of the highest ranked school districts in that area, in the entire Austin area. Again, that comes with a price though. Properties located within Westlake are gonna be in the millions of dollars range, especially if we're getting closer to the lake or we have lake views or hill country views. Going a little bit further west, we're gonna hit Lakeway. Lakeway is located within Lake Travis ISD. Lake Travis ISD and Eanes ISD have a direct rivalry with each other. So Dodgers versus the Giants, Red Sox versus Yankees, that kind of feel in a rivalry. These two schools, high schools, play each other every single year. Definitely get that Friday Night Lights atmosphere when those two games are going on. Inside of Lake Travis, you're gonna have Lakeway, Hudson Bend, Spicewood, Spanish Oaks. Start with Spanish Oaks. Spanish Oaks is a private gated golf club community. Homes in this area are going to be in the millions-dollar range. So when I say millions, we're probably starting around 3 million, go all the way up to 10 million, depending on the lot size and what size build you're looking at. Another private community in there that is gated is the Hills and Flint Rock. The Hills and Flint Rock are sister golf courses to each other. It's a little bit lower price point than Spanish Oaks. You can get in there for right around $1 million to, you can definitely go up from there. They just redid the Hills Country Club, which is the original golf course there, and homes that are within there are absolutely gorgeous. Another neighborhood in the Lakeway area is going to be Rough Hollow. Rough Hollow has a higher tax rate. It's located near Serene Hills as well. Both of those are newer construction areas. Both do have a higher tax rate. When I say high tax rate, we're talking 2.6 to 3.1% of your assessed value. So from there, let's go a little bit further west down 71. We're gonna hit Spicewood. Spicewood still feeds, some parts of Spicewood still feed into Lake Travis ISD. If we're looking to get a lower price point, we go down Highway 71. We hit Spicewood and we can probably find a home in there. $650 to $1.2 would be reasonable. All right, so we've covered West Austin. We're talking about Spicewood. Now let's go about an hour drive north and let's hit North Austin. North Austin, let's start with Cedar Park. Cedar Park's located off 183 and 183A. It's where 183A starts. The entry price point in this area, I'd say, is right around $400,000. Plenty of restaurants, activities. It's more of a family subdivision, suburban area. North of Cedar Park, you're gonna get Leander. Leander is gonna be where we're seeing a lot of relocation, tons of new construction. This was a rural area, but now with the amount of people that are moving to Austin, you're seeing these large builders, the D.R. Hortons, the Taylor Morrison, the large production builders are moving towards the Leander area to start building some more homes because of the amount of people that are desiring to live in Leander because of the price point and proximity to town. Leander to downtown, I'd say, is about 35-40 minutes, pending traffic, but they're building 183A to extend further north. 183A ends right now right around Hero Way, which is 15-20 minutes north of Cedar Park, and it's gonna extend all the way up to Liberty Hill through Leander, which gets us to Liberty Hill. Liberty Hill is gonna be what still feels like a rural area. This is where I live. It's gonna have a great school district for kids, high-ranked schools. Athletics are extremely competitive. The football team at Liberty Hill High School has gone to the national championship the last 3 years, and they run a crazy T offense. You have to watch it, take a peek at it. From Liberty Hill, let's go a little bit further east. Let's hit Georgetown. Georgetown was one of the areas in the North Austin area that saw the new construction starting first off Highway 29. A bunch of builders started there, then they started going further west. Georgetown's a good area, especially the west side of Georgetown, because it has proximity off of 29 and 183 and Ronald Reagan, where you can get down to South Austin, downtown, Domain, everything else within a reasonable drive. So we'll say reasonable 35 minutes to downtown, 45 minutes, let's be realistic, 45. About 20 minutes to Domain, and you have, it's an area that has tons of restaurants, activities, things to do with a lower price point. So you can get into Georgetown in that 400K range as well, sometimes even lower. Especially if you go towards the northeast portion of Georgetown, you're gonna see definitely a lower price point. You're probably in the 300K range, depending on the builder and what the law and specifications on that standpoint. But it's definitely reasonable to get in the 300K range in the northeast Georgetown area. So now let's go farther east of that. Let's hit Hutto. Hutto is a high tax rate area. Builders have thrown municipal utility districts into those neighborhoods in there for newer construction. What that is basically a builder throws on the cost to put the utilities in the neighborhood onto the taxpayers, who then pay tax additional for those utilities. This is not uncommon in the Austin area. You see it in most areas, but Hutto is one of the higher tax rates, talking 2.8 to 3.1. So from Hutto, let's go a little bit further south. We're then gonna hit Pflugerville. Pflugerville is located off 35 and 130. So 135 and then 130 is the toll road even farther east. There's a bunch of new construction neighborhoods in there. That was where new construction on the northeast side started first. And then we kind of saw stuff start going towards the northwest side. Pflugerville is great because there's close proximity to town, tons of commercial development. restaurants, bars, kind of everything you need in a suburban area with close proximity. Let's go a little west of Pflugerville. We're now gonna hit Round Rock. Round Rock is the sports capital of Texas. We have the AAA baseball team that feeds from the Texas Rangers, the Round Rock Express. Their stadium is there. You also have a large water park, restaurants, bars. This is a more developed suburban area. Construction here was in the early 2000s. You have great public golf course, parks, amenities, gonna be all in this Round Rock area. All right, so we just covered North Austin. Now let's get into South Austin. South Austin is going to be a more developed area. This was the original South Austin feel area. Personally, this is my opinion, the traffic traveling south to north is worse than traveling north to south. So when you live in South Austin, you're going to have to basically expect that traffic's going to be a little bit worse. You have some of the worst traffic intersections in South Austin. So in my opinion, 71 and 35, there's always a buildup, which is that southeast corner of South Austin. Now if we go southwest Austin, call it the Y, where Mopac, 290, and 71 all intersect. Crazy drive through there. There's 4 or 5 different stoplights at every single portion, and you don't really know which lane to go into, but there's always a buildup in that area. So expect South Austin, think traffic. There's multiple different developed areas in this area, tons of restaurants, tons of bars, but the good part of South Austin, it's very close proximity-wise to downtown. The west side, you're gonna have Mopac that runs north and south. You're going to have 71, which runs east and west. And then on the east side, you're going to have 35 that runs north and south. East of 35, you have 130, which is the best way, in my opinion, to get north and south. You drive further east, you're going to hit 130. It's a toll road that takes you all the way. You go all the way to Georgetown, you go all the way to Hutto, all the way through, take the toll road up. So talking about the toll road, it's actually going to run right through this next city we're talking about, Bastrop and Elgin. Okay, let's start with Elgin. Elgin is off 290. Elgin is a definitely area I would consider if you're going to be a first-time home buyer, or if you want to be close to the Tesla plant, you want to be close to town. You have close proximity to all areas central. It's going to be tough to get from Elgin to the northwest or west side of Austin because of how far east it is. But the commute off of 290 is not bad at all. Going farther east, we're gonna hit Bastrop. Bastrop has developed and gentrified a ton. This used to be a very rural area. It's now where you're seeing a lot of the Tesla relocation employees move to because of the proximity to the Tesla plant. And we're seeing a lot of anyone who works downtown who wants that lower price point in the 200 to 300K range, you're seeing in that Elgin Bastrop area. All right, you've made it this far in the video. We just finished up talking about Elgin, Bastrop. We talked about West Austin, North Austin, South Austin, downtown. We talked about all the different areas. Now, if you want your personalized search, you want me to give you advice for exactly what you're looking for, and we have a phone call to discuss it, do me a favor, reach out to me. Send me a text, give me a call, send me that email, send me that pigeon carrier, whatever works best for y'all. Please reach out and we can kind of go from there. Talk to y'all soon.